Hi, Sharon. It's Donald Trump, and I just wanted to wish you the best and the family of great. Ozzy was amazing. He was an amazing guy. I met him a few times, and I want to tell you, he was unique in every way and talented. So I just wanted to wish you the best, and it's a tough thing. I know how close you were, and whatever I can do, take care of yourself. Say hello to the family. Thanks. Bye.
When an icon of music passes away, the world mourns. Tributes flood social media, songs rise up the charts, and fans share their memories. But what happens when the condolences don't just come from fellow musicians or actors? What happens when a legendary rock and roll figure receives a private, heartfelt voicemail from a sitting U.S. president and a formal letter of condolence from the King of England? That is the scale of loss the world felt when the Prince of Darkness, Ozzy Osbourne, finally stepped away from the stage forever. His death was a massive event, transcending music genres and generations. Yet the full measure of his influence wasn't truly exposed until his family, the Osbournes, sat down for an incredibly raw and emotional episode of their revived podcast. They came together not just to grieve, but to share what they called the most practical way to respond to an overwhelming global outpouring of love. An outpouring that revealed just how high up the ladder Ozzy's reach extended, reaching the absolute pinnacle of world power. The unheard voicemail. The biggest reveal that shattered every expectation was the confirmation that their family received a personal, sincere message of condolence from President Donald Trump. Love him or hate him, that kind of gesture is almost unheard of for a deceased celebrity. It was the moment that truly showed Ozzy was not just a musician, but a cultural institution. Jack Osbourne, speaking about the political figure, was blunt, saying, "Love him or hate him." He didn't have to call and leave a voicemail. The message was played on the podcast.
Hi, Sharon. It's Donald Trump, and I just wanted to wish you the best and the family of great. Ozzy was amazing. He was an amazing guy. I met him a few times, and I want to tell you, he was unique in every way and talented. So I just wanted to wish you the best, and it's a tough thing. I know how close you were, and whatever I can do, take care of yourself. Say hello to the family. Thanks. Bye.
Pulling back the curtain on a relationship few knew existed. The president's words were simple and clearly heartfelt. Hi, Sharon. It's Donald Trump, and I just wanted to wish you the best and the family of great Ozzy. He was amazing. He was an amazing guy. I met him a few times, and I want to tell you he was unique in every way and talented. So I just wanted to wish you the best. And it's a tough thing. I know how close you were, and whatever I can do, take care of yourself. Say hello to the family. This wasn't a political statement or a carefully crafted press release. It was a genuine, personal check-in. It spoke volumes about the mutual respect between the two men, a secret alliance forged far away from the public eye. But that wasn't the whole story. A respect beyond the chaos. The source of this connection, as Sharon Osbourne explained, was deeper than a casual friendship. It stemmed from her time working closely with Donald Trump on the hit reality show, The Apprentice. Sharon was quick to defend the private character of the man she knew, completely separating him from the political chaos. "Listen," Sharon said, "when it comes to politics, we know nobody comes out a winner." She continued, "All I know is a man that I know. He was always, 'How are the children? How's Kelly?' And he has always treated me with respect." Sharon emphasized the genuine nature of the call, highlighting that Trump had nothing to gain by reaching out. He wanted nothing from us. Nothing. And for him to take his time to do that for us. Thank you. The revelation of this unexpected kindness from one of the most polarizing figures in modern history made the support feel even more meaningful to the grieving family. The fact that the man who had the power to ignore the situation entirely chose instead to offer genuine comfort made the message hit even harder. It was a stunning demonstration of Ozzy's ability to transcend division. But the presidential call was only half the shock. The royal condolence. If a voicemail from a former U.S. president was a jaw-dropper, then a formal letter from King Charles of the United Kingdom was confirmation that Ozzy's influence reached sovereign heights. The family confirmed they received an official, hand-delivered letter from Buckingham Palace. Jack Osbourne confirmed, saying they got a lovely letter from King Charles, which prompted Sharon to share an incredible depth of respect for the monarch. "Our king, now we're talking," she said. "He's an amazing person. Now, here's a man that does know what's going on in the street with people. He cares about many, many, many things, and he's got a good heart." The weight of a message coming directly from the king, who is the head of state, cannot be overstated. It places Ozzy Osbourne in an extremely rarefied space, a cultural icon whose passing warrants official acknowledgement from the highest levels of the British establishment. However, this wasn't the first time the Crown had quietly reached out. The undisclosed history with the Crown. Sharon then revealed a surprising and undisclosed history between the Osbourne family and the then Prince Charles. This wasn't a mere formality or a first-time connection. The king had shown concern for Ozzy's well-being years before. She detailed how King Charles had previously reached out to Ozzy during one of his most challenging moments. "He didn't have to do certain things that he's done for Ozzy in the past," she revealed. "Ozzy's birthday, when Ozzy was sick in hospital with the motorbike accident, he reached out." This single fact completely reframed the king's letter. It transformed the condolence from a mere obligation into a genuine, sustained expression of care for the Black Sabbath legend. Sharon praised his character, stating, "He is a good, caring man, and he again took the time out of his day to write us, have it hand-delivered to us, a note from the king for Ozzy's passing, and that says so much." It paints a picture of Ozzy Osbourne not just as a rock star, but as someone who commanded respect and affection from the most powerful circles, making the grief shared by the rest of the world feel perfectly justified. The family's reaction to this scale of grief was even more moving. The family's shocking comparison. The sheer magnitude of the reaction left the Osbourne children reeling. Kelly Osbourne jumped in, noting how helpful the support had been, saying, "The outpouring of love has been so helpful to us. I never could have even imagined it, to know that we're not alone in our grief and our sadness, and that the rest of the world loved him as much as we did." To emphasize the staggering scale of the public response, Kelly offered a comparison that instantly defined the level of the loss. She said, "I haven't seen an outpouring like that since Princess Diana died." That's a monumental statement. It signifies that the grief wasn't just contained within the heavy metal community or even the music world, but crossed completely into the universal cultural sphere, becoming a truly massive, transcendent loss. Jack noted that when you are a kid, you always wonder what will happen when your parents pass. But it never crossed my mind that it would impact anyone kind of outside of, I didn't think it was going to be like it was. The kids themselves were stunned by how many millions felt this personal connection to their father. But according to Sharon, the man at the center of this storm was the only one who never knew his true power, the unknowing icon. Perhaps the most poignant part of the podcast was Sharon's revelation that Ozzy, the Prince of Darkness, the legendary rocker who sold millions of albums and packed stadiums worldwide, never actually understood his own impact. According to Sharon, part of the surprise at the scale of the public grief was because Ozzy himself was truly oblivious to his own worldwide status. It was hard for him because he didn't realize how much he was loved. She explained, "He never took it for granted. I'm this, I'm that." He had no idea. She described him as so living in his bubble that he genuinely could not grasp the depth of global admiration. He had no idea how many people loved him, admired him, or, as Sharon put it, even if they didn't like his music, they liked him, and he was just larger than life. This fact, that the man who garnered a personal call from the president and a note from the king remained utterly humble and unaware of his own magnitude, makes the story even more tragically beautiful. The most influential, beloved figure was also the most unassuming, a transcendent legacy. The special episode of the Osbourne podcast was a necessary moment for the family. They felt it was the only practical way to thank the world, because they couldn't possibly respond to the literally countless texts, messages, and calls they received. The global outpouring was not just a testament to a rock career, but to a human being who was larger than life and who managed to connect with everyone, from the fans on the street to the most guarded power figures on the planet. Ozzy Osbourne passed away on July 22nd after a battle with coronary artery disease and Parkinson's disease, with the immediate cause being a heart attack. The fact that his loss prompted such a personal, heartfelt reaction from both President Donald Trump and King Charles III is the ultimate proof that the influence of the Prince of Darkness was transcendent. He was not just a figure in music, he was a cultural fixture whose passing left a hole felt deep inside Buckingham Palace and all the way to the Oval Office. A man so loved by the masses, yet completely unaware of his own royal status in the hearts of billions. If you found this look inside the secret reactions to a rock legend's passing surprising, hit that like button. What surprised you more, the president's call or the king's letter? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to Eye on Fame for more shocking stories and unknown truths about the biggest names in music and entertainment.